And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is it, our final fight, our main event of the evening. Brought to you and powered by Meridian Bet. This is for the FNC Middleweight World Title. And so, please welcome firstly to the blue corner in the cage, the challenger. He's 37 years of age, standing at 190 centimeters tall, with a professional record of 25 fights, 18 wins, and only 7 defeats. Representing Ilic Gym from Serbia, it's the Joker, Aleksandar Ilic!
Odstupiti od onoga što jest. Kod mene se zna i poznat sam po tome da je red, rad, disciplina i kod mene stvarno je to uvijek poštovano.
The Joker, Aleksandar Ilic, 15 years as a pro MMA fighter, 25 fights, KSW, Octagon, ACA. He stood across from Khalidov, Materla, Jotko. At KSW 47, he head-kicked Olympic medalist Damian Janikowski into another dimension, a finish that has been replayed thousands of times. The Joker is one of the most compelling characters in the sport. Kicking game operates on a spectrum from sound fundamentals to spectacular highlight reel finishes, with very little telegraphing between the two. Punching is heavier than his weight class should produce. He loads up both hands and the knockouts come early. When opponents are still adjusting to the power, they don't realise what's hit them. At 37 years old, he comes on a 3-fight win streak, fighting for a world title in his own city. This is the Joker's moment. He knows it. And when Aleksandar Ilic knows it's his moment, well, opponents do not tend to survive long.
Excellent fighter, very, very smart fighter, especially in the last few fights. He's carried his power, he's evolved his technique later into his career at 37, and is still arguably fighting, if you look at his whole career in context, in his prime. Miran Fabian, Mario Zagala recently, Flavio Pina de Sousa, all of those guys dispatched with the knockout via left hand, left kick, good clinch work, classic southpaw attack, Will. And you know, I think a fighter who just goes into any different stylistic matchup and tends to find an upper hand because of his unique style, because of that southpaw kickboxing. And even like we saw against Miran Fabian, and indeed earlier in his career, the grappling. So there's a lot to write home about here. A big fight here in front of this crowd in the main event.
Well, some quick numbers for you. In his last 3 fights, he spent just 2 minutes and 44 seconds inside the cage, scoring 3 rapid knockouts against Pina, Yela, and Fabian. After defeating Slow Rocky, he signed the biggest contract in FNC history and is now the highest paid fighter in the organization. He once said he would never fight Barbir after everything that had happened between them, but he is stepping into the cage nonetheless. Well, he earned the nickname Joker because he embraced the role of a villain on the scene, exploiting his opponent's weaknesses and ruthlessly punishing mistakes with counter-attacks. Well, there's no doubt about it, he's looked sensational in his last 3 fights since changing teams and joining Ilic Fighting Academy.
Aleksandar, the Joker, Ilic! And now, please welcome to the cage in the red corner, the champion. 28 years of age, standing at 191 centimeters tall. He brings an excellent record of 8 fights, 7 wins, and only a single defeat. He's representing Combat Maxing from Croatia. He's the reigning, he's the defending FNC middleweight champion, Djani Barbir.
Seven pro fights, 7 finishes. Djani Barbir has never once needed a judge's scorecard. Tonight, in front of 18,000 hostile Serbians, he defends his belt for the 3rd time against the most dangerous man the region has produced. If you needed to write a script for a night in combat sports of thrills, spills, trepidation and excitement, this is it. The Croatian champ has made this belt his own. Came through the FNC amateur system, won the Armageddon tournament, turned pro, has not stopped since. At ATT Zagreb, alongside elite training partners and the grappling refinement of combat maxing, Barbir is a genuinely complete fighter at 28 years old. The kickboxing is the headline. Lights out power that tends to produce early stoppages, with 4 KOs in his pro record. But the submission game is equally developed. He has won title fights with an anaconda choke and an arm triangle, which means there is no phase of the fight where Barbir is not dangerous. He appeared on Dana White's Contender Series, the most scrutinized talent evaluation platform in the sport outside of the UFC, and he tested himself there. That experience broadened him. 7 pros fights, 7 finishes. Never needed the scorecards. Well, tonight he needs everything and more to deal with the Joker.
And the loss on Dana White's Contender Series recently, but the history in FNC all the way back to FNC 1. You know, kind of FNC's forgotten champion to a degree, but the war of the words between this pair, Will, has really been paramount. Contributed to the biggest, quickest ticket sales in FNC history for this event. And most importantly, Ilic has said, my highlight reel is 10 minutes, yours isn't even 2. Ilic thinks he's gonna shoot. Ilic thinks he isn't mentally strong. And Barbir said, look, Ilic might be able to win the Instagram war, but tonight, I'm going to make this easy work inside the cage. And I know it's an uphill battle potentially in front of this crowd, but I'm going to make sure I avoid the counters. It ain't going to be dangerous for me in there. So it's a thrilling stylistic matchup with both guys bringing real clout.
Well, there is beef. There's no doubt about it. There's been some talk. Well, the beef is a perfect English Sunday roast dinner. That's how much beef is involved here tonight. Djani Barbir takes on the contender, Aleksandar Ilic.
Djani Barbir!
Confidence of all fighters through the roof. Home crowd for Barbir.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is it, our final fight and our main event of the evening. Brought to you and powered by Meridian Bet. This bout for the FNC middleweight world title. This bout will be contested over 5 5-minute rounds, and your referee in charge when the action gets underway, Aleksandar Joker. Fighters to the center, please, for your final instructions.
Fighters know the rules. Listen my command all the time. When I said stop, you stop. Touch gloves if you want, go to your corners.
Tail the tape, it's the main event of the evening for the middleweight title here at FNC. 28-year-old champ is Barbir, 37-year-old challenger, Aleksandar Ilic in rear form. Of course, Ilic has that incredible reach, that southpaw attack, but Barbir very well-rounded indeed.
Well, 5 championship rounds contested under FNC MMA rules. They're both strikers, they're both tall, they're both rangy. The champion, Barbir, 7-1. Aleksandar Ilic, the contender, 18-7 in front of our home crowd here in Belgrade. He's the homeboy. He's the one everyone's cheering for. And he's got an advantage immediately. Oh, that was a mistake for Barbir. Can he defend on the ground? Can Ilic finish? The ground and pound goes in. Barbir shuts him down. Ilic, desperate now to advance advantage. And look at this. Heel hook there, grabs onto a leg. Barbir doesn't let Ilic off the hook. Grabs on for a single leg takedown. It's a real scramble here, Chris.
Scramble City, the lumberjack sweep there from Barbir. Ilic, though, all over him. I think it was the two left hands that threw Barbir off balance. He ate one. I think he slipped off the other. This is wild.
Well, Ilic now trying to advantage, trying to get some ground and pound action going, but can't do it. Barbir gets to the upright. Well, what a real wake-up call for Barbir. Kind of disadvantaged from a mistake. Had to scramble, but they're both back to it. And great kickboxers, both of them. They've got stoppage in the hand, and they're slugfesting in the center. This is a title bout. There's no thought about any of this. They are trading right in the center. Full power, full throttle. Pace had to settle down. And, Barbir carrying a little bit of wear and tear. Oh, and look at that. Ilic throws a left and slips. Barbir goes straight in on the wire. This is too crazy for a title. They need to have a care. Oh, Ilic looks hurt. Barbir on top. Can he finish? This is insane. Just look at the action here. Barbir, ground and pound. Ilic gets to his knee, but he was hurt. This is absolutely vandalicious. Barbir could have this, you know.
Willie got hurt very badly with the right cross. Very badly, but Ilic was trying to get back up to his knees. Barbir, of course, will attack the neck. I mean, they are throwing caution to the wind here.
It doesn't get bigger than this. Well, he had the guillotine on, and I think he tried to jump it, but he fell, slipped off. Ilic now. Oh, he's got his arm through. Can he get the triangle on? He's locked in. He's trying to hold the armbar. Yes, he's got an armbar. That's it. Unbelievable. The armbar finishes it. It's a tap out. Oh, Barbir defends the title in the first round. Ilic threw caution to the wind, rushed in, both of them. Oh my goodness. Well, I have to say, I'm speechless. Just unbelievable. Well, smoked. The armbar. Chris, what do you say?
Sensational finish. Let's take a look at it here. He was going for the crooked guard. You could see that he was trying to pull down on the crown of the head. Now watch this. Here's the big move. Can't get it. Ilic, of course, goes to combat base. And here's the quick flick of the hips. Turns the corner, gets the hyperextension. Ilic, of course, tries to stand up and get the limp arm escape. And there you go. Supreme leverage, and it's a tap.
Yep. And you know, yep. And you know who had the same look on his face? Adrian Bartoszynski when Muhammad